Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday morning, almost noon actually. I'm getting a real late start today. Been a busy day already, and I'm starting. I know a few of us are starting what we're calling Artisan April. I decided to join in that bunch, and I decided to pick, even though I just recently used it, what's already been my favorite scent of all the spring scents that I used. Artisan soap, fantastic soap, and I'm going to use Soap Commander Renewal. Out of all of them, this was my number one. Ferox is a close second, but this one takes the cake of just the fact that it gives me, Tom Moore said, scents are about memory. And this just gives me the memory of being back home, walking through the forest. You got the long grass, the wildflowers, the pine needles back in Wisconsin, stuff like that, the tree leaves, that. So it gives me that. I'm going to use Club Modern Fougere. It's not a match, but I figure I wanted to use it again. I'm going to use, for the second day in a row, the Micromatic Open Comb. And still got to load the blade in it. Thought I had done that already, but I guess not. And I guess I'll show this. You can see there's one line on that one, two on this. So that way I'm just flipping it each time I put a line. So I'll go to the side that's only had one use in that direction. Just trying to see if that helps with longevity. Not sure if it will or not. And then I'm going to use my Nathan Clark 28mm Quemada. Oh, excuse me, a little out of breath today. I'll get into that in a second. Spring in a tub. Shake a little water off. All right. So let me get into this morning. Started off with men's Bible study, and we started the book of 1 Corinthians. Went through the first chapter. Really good study. Really nice. I think it's going to be a very good book to go through and study with a group of guys. Really looking forward to it. Met a new kid from recent college graduate from Kentucky. Went to UK. And, of course, being a diehard Badger fan, we had a little going back and forth, stayed after, talked. Got to the gym, and being April 1st, they decided last night, they posted the workout of the day, and it said, oh, we're going to do a 10K. Of course, we all know that's a joke. But, at the same time, you're like, well, you never know. We're sure not going to do that because we don't have the time for that typically. But we're like, okay, let's see what we got. I got there just before they started because I stayed to talk to this new guy. Lo and behold, they decided we're going to do a run anyways. And the run ended up being 4.1 miles. And I haven't run in about 2.5 months because I've got a heel issue, Achilles tendonitis. It's been feeling better, so I'm not call that a good enough load there. And so I had enough time literally to walk in the door, quick run into the bathroom, and go. And so if we're not running for 2.5 months, I didn't know what to expect. And in some ways, it was actually a blessing just walking in last minute like that, because everybody else, they had to dwell. They gave them the choice of doing a workout called Fran, which anybody who knows CrossFit knows Fran is horrible. Or they could do this run and then a small workout afterwards. Well, they had already made the decision for me as a group, which I was fine with. And I didn't know the exact distance when we left. I knew it was going to be around 3 miles, maybe a little bit longer. We got to the turnaround point, and it was just about 2 miles. And I was happy. I haven't run that long, or in a while. And I gained a little bit of weight during that time. But the 2 mile split roughly was about 19:20 something. So under a 10-minute pace. I was very happy with that. And then finished at 42:50, I think is the time. And normally I'd be, I'd expect a little bit better, at least for that first 2 miles. But like I said, I've been a while running. My expectations were I just wanted to finish. And it was also very hilly. So it was just down and back. And the road has a nice incline to it and stuff. So at the end of the first 2 miles, you finish on this long, long hill. Beautiful lather. So I definitely, that hill kicks your butt. So that took it out of me a little bit this morning. Oh, my shave. The reason I went with this today is I want to try something different. Being a more efficient razor, I want to see what a 2-pass shave feels like. And I'm going to do a across the grain and an against the grain. I'm not going to do a width, mainly because with the grain, for me, is really only just the cheek, the upper part of the cheek, where everything else, this is against the grain on the jawline. So I'm going to call this my across the grain and then do it against. I want to see without touch-ups, unless there's something horribly wrong, what kind of 2-pass shave I get with a more aggressive razor like this. But yeah, that run was, whew. Then we came back and did a, it was, after resting a little bit, did an 8-minute workout, 1 minute of 5 deadlifts, and then whenever you finished, you rested. Then the next minute you would do 10 lunges. But kind of, I guess the topic I'll cover is just thinking about stuff. You know, a lot of times we dwell on things before it happens. I need the mustache. I'm still gonna do this first. You know, so I think a lot of times, like I said, we just wait. Or, you know, we think about something, knowing it's coming up, and we procrastinate, dwell on it. And so, like today was a perfect example for me as to why sometimes it's just better just to get it and go. You know, I didn't have time to dwell. If I had they posted that workout yesterday for real, I don't know if I would have gone, honestly. Because I would have told myself, well, you haven't been running for a while, you can't do it, don't do it. You know, not because of injury, I wasn't really too worried about re-injuring myself. But it just would have been something I would have said, no, there's no way I'm running 4 miles after being injured. All right. Brush is fantastic. Big knot, as you can see. Kind of nice too, when we were running alongside the road, there was a lot of different flowers and stuff like that as you're running. Most of them were just yellow wildflowers right on the side of the road. So I just kind of set the tone, I think, a little bit for this shave. Even though I'd already kind of picked this out last night. Just out of, like I said, the original statement of spring, artisan, you know, the favorites of what I just used. I'd originally planned lather after my shave yesterday. But when the artisan week came up and all that, and I said, well, let me go and highlight my favorite spring scent while I'm at it. Even though I just recently used it, figured why not. I'm trying not to do anything different that I would do on a regular against the grain pass. I'm not going any different angles. I think, which direction did I go? I'm up now. One difference I'm going to do is I'm going to do half and half here. All right, let's kind of get a feel to see where I'm at here real quick. Definitely missed something there. Trying to decide, do I want to do, that's still technically a touch up in the direction I went. I'm going to go ahead and touch up just this jawline, but I'm interested to see what the overall angle feels like of everything. I'm just going to do this a little bit just because I know this will annoy me, and I should have gotten this better. Much better. Go ahead and cold water rinse. I almost changed the lineup again and went with a I almost did Wisdom, or I was going to use Ginger's Garden Arctic Mud just for the heat factor, running and wanting the cooling down. But I decided to stick with this Country Club Fougere, Modern Fougere, excuse me. Overall, feels like a really good shave. I will, since obviously you usually have to wait a little while to see how the skin hydrates and how it feels afterwards, and I may do may go take the resolution balm or the renewal balm and put it over top of this before I leave the house in about an hour, hour and a half. But when I post the video, I'll in the comment or in the posting, I'll go ahead and say exactly how I overall felt the quality of the shave is. But right now, from just feeling, that's a really good shave. I don't think I could get that with some of my other more milder razors. I may just try that out tomorrow. We'll see if I may grab the G-bar and try to do the equivalent. So everybody, I'm going to get going. I got to get running. Like I said, I'm running at least a half hour behind schedule today. God bless everyone. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you can do. Don't dwell on things. Put it past you. Go ahead and go ahead and just push through. When something comes up, tackle it, get it done with. Don't dwell on it. The more you dwell on it, the more stress you build. So the more you psych yourself out. Believe in yourself, guys. God bless.